my face. I didn't want the surveillance cameras to catch any footage of me. Otherwise, my cover will be blown and my parents will know where I'm hiding. While I was waiting in line to pay, I looked at the TV that was behind the cashier and heard the reporter reporting about a missing girl. Me. She had shown my picture and asked people to cooperate if they knew any information that could help find me. I got nervous. I paid for what I bought and got out, making sure not to make any eye contact with anyone in the supermarket. I headed to the place where I was hiding, Mrs. Jenny's house, the old lady who lives next door. She's been away for a while visiting her son who lives in another state, and I snuck into her place. It turned out to be the perfect hiding place. Neither of my parents nor the police thought of searching it. I got to the house and went through the kitchen's back door. I made sure not to turn any lights on so no one would notice that someone was living here. I slightly pulled the curtains and checked our house. Everything was normal, for now at least. Oh, you're asking why I'm doing this? It all started a month ago at my high school. Suddenly, being popular was about having expensive stuff. And by expensive, I mean really expensive. Things only my friend Tess could afford because her dad was a millionaire. She bought this designer bag that cost $20,000 and brought it to school. All the girls wanted to take a picture of it, and all the boys wanted to flirt with Tess because they thought she would shower them with gifts. You know, since she's got the money. And it worked. Tess started dating James, the most popular boy at school. I was jealous. Actually, all the girls were jealous. So they started doing the same, buying expensive stuff and showing them off, hoping it'll catch a guy's attention, or any attention for that matter. But I couldn't do the same. My parents were far from being rich. They worked really hard and barely made it from month to month. I knew I couldn't do anything about it. Yet, one day, while we were in the sports class, Anna, an old enemy of mine, called me out. "So, Karen, how come we've never seen you bragging about something? Are you homeless?" I was caught off guard by her nasty comment. I felt all the girls turn their heads to look at me. My face turned red. I wasn't sure if it was from anger or pure embarrassment, but I managed to say, "I choose not to. I've got standards, you know." Anna laughed sarcastically. "Yeah, right, Mother Teresa. We all know it's because you're poor. You've got nothing." I should have just let her comment slide and not make a big deal out of it. But oh no, she woke the giant in me. I couldn't keep my mouth shut, so I responded, "Oh yeah? Just watch me." Anna responded, "Oh, I will, homeless girl." I went home feeling defeated. What did I just get myself into? How will I prove her wrong? I literally got nothing. I tried convincing Mom. I begged her to get me $200 to buy a fake designer jacket. She looked at me as if I was the craziest person in the world. $200 for a jacket? Are you insane? Do you know how many hours I worked to get that money? And before she finished her lecture about working hard and appreciating every penny I get, I went to my room, slamming the door behind me. She didn't understand how hard it was to be a high school student. She knew nothing about the social judgment there. The next day, I pretended to be sick. I didn't want to go to school and face Anna or tolerate her nasty comments. Mom left me in bed. She was too tired to argue with me in the morning. Later, I went to get some breakfast, and just as I was about to open the fridge, I saw Dad's credit card on the kitchen counter. My eyes popped out and my heart started beating fast. I hesitated at first. Dad would kill me if I bought something with it, but I couldn't stop myself from thinking, couldn't it be a sign that I should use it? I mean, my dad never forgot his credit card before. The timing was strange and perfect at the same time. Maybe the universe knew the suffering I've been going through and decided to offer some help. I took the credit card and went online. I logged into a site for secondhand items, and after so much scrolling, I made up my mind to buy this $300 designer handbag. It looked unique with that owl picture sewn on its back with these shiny, colorful beads. I filled in the billing information and pressed confirm, and oh my God, just like that, it was mine. The website assured me that the bag will be delivered in 2 days. I was ecstatic. Finally, I would be like most of the girls at my school. Anna wouldn't pick on me anymore. I put the credit card back in its place and went on with my day. But something strange happened. The next day while I was getting ready for school, I got a message on my phone saying, "The bag you purchased is not for sale. Cancel your order right now. You'll get a refund." I looked at the number. It was so strange. It had way more digits than it should and too many zeros. It must be a joke. I Googled the number and got nothing. Tons of people buy stuff online every day. Maybe it was not for me. If it were, they would have sent me an email, wouldn't they? So I just brushed it off my mind and I went to school with so much pride, looking into Anna's eyes like I was a beast now. Just you wait 2 more days and I'll make sure you wish you were dead. However, later that day, I got another message. It said, "Be ready to face the consequences. It's your choice. We'll come to your house and take the bag." My blood ran cold. Was it a real threat? If they know my house, who knows what they can do to me? Or my parents? I kept thinking while going hysterical in my room. I heard the doorbell and I freaked out. I went to answer it. I looked through the door's eyes and saw the delivery man. The bag has arrived. I opened the door, got the bag, and signed quickly while looking left and right to see if anyone was watching. Then I closed the door and went upstairs to check it. The bag looked like a normal bag. I opened it and looked inside, flipped it over, checked its pockets, but nothing came out. Why would they want it back? However, the messages wouldn't stop. Whoever was sending them kept threatening me that he'll do something to me. So I decided to disappear. Oh no, I didn't want to send the bag back. I just got it and I fell in love with it, and it would take 2 days for them to get it. And I didn't want to tell my parents the truth. Dad didn't notice that his credit card was used. He wouldn't know about it until the next month. Why would I expose myself? He would ground me. I'm not ready for it. Plus, I'm already curious. I need to know why they need to take the bag. At midnight, I had already made up my mind to live a while with Mrs. Jenny's. I packed some of my things and left the house as quietly as possible. I made sure not to make any sound, and I barged in Mrs. Jenny. I knew she kept the kitchen door open for her dog. And that was 2 days ago. I turned off my cell phone so no one could call me and kept watching the house. My parents freaked out and I saw the police arrive at our place to run an investigation, but I remained still. The first day went by while me checking the house. Nothing strange happened except for my parents not going to work, which pissed me off. I mean, I was hiding to observe and protect them, but now they're making it harder for me. The second day was boring as hell. I kept on watching. My parents were still looking for me, but the whole situation seemed calm. I was getting really hungry. Mrs. Jenny didn't really have the kind of food I would eat. So I put on my hoodie and cap and went to the convenience store to get some snacks. And that's when I saw the news report. I made myself a big bowl of ramen noodles and sat behind the window. I took out the phone in my pocket and turned it on. It's been 2 days since I opened it. The minute I unlocked it, I got tons of notifications, missed calls, messages, and mentions all over my social media accounts. I had it on airplane mode and turned off the Wi-Fi. I checked Twitter first, and a new hashtag caught my eye. It was #HopeYouAreSafe. I started scrolling through the tweets and saw that many of my classmates had pictures of me with captions like, "Our heart goes out to you, Scarlett, praying that you are alive and well." Whoa, I didn't know that I mattered that much to them. Tess had maybe 200 tweets asking people to help. I scrolled down some more until I got to Jonathan's tweet. Jonathan was my lab partner. We only talked in class and did our projects together, and that was it. But to my surprise, he confessed his love in his tweet. He wrote, "I didn't have the courage to say it before, but if you ever come back, I'll let you know." Was he kidding? 2 days of me missing, and now I have a secret admirer like some kind of Hollywood actress? Why was he hiding? I was overwhelmed and kind of happy with all the attention I felt, so I decided to stay away for a little longer. I mean, the person who threatened me hadn't shown up yet, and I secretly wanted to see where this was going. I stayed a week at Mrs. Jenny's house. I watched my house, but I got obsessed with checking social media. I wanted to read every post they had about me. Yet, surprisingly, it all started going down on day 6. People started going back to their lives. They stopped posting, and it was like they forgot about me. Then one morning, I saw my mother coming back to the house. She looked tired and lost a ton of weight. She had dark circles around her eyes. My heart was broken to see her looking like this. Have I gone too far with the whole thing? I sat down on the couch. I was on the verge of tears. I wanted to cry my lungs out, and I couldn't stay still. I got my things and went home. I knocked on the door and waited patiently for my mom and dad to open it up. My mom opened it, and when she saw me, she almost fainted. She started hugging and kissing me. She was worried sick. I can't believe I had the heart to do that to her. Dad came after. He hugged me too, and we all sat in the living room. They were eager to hear my story. I started talking and explained the whole bag and message thing. I showed them to my mom. My mom looked at my phone for a while. She was staring at the number. Then she turned to my dad and said, "Oh, don't tell me it was you who sent them. Did you use your business number? The one your company has an app for?" I was shocked. I looked at my dad. He was sweating and his face started turning red. Wait, did he really do it? Mom had a scary look, so Dad had to confess. "Oh, honey, she used my credit card to buy a $300 bag. I had to teach her a lesson. I didn't know she'd take it that serious and run out of the house." Mom was pissed. She started yelling at my dad while he tried to calm her down, and out of nowhere, I started laughing. I laughed so hard at this. It was all one big lie. Then they joined me. I couldn't remember the last time I saw my parents looking happy like this. 2 weeks later, the buzz about me went down. Dad told the police that I came home safe and sound. The police made sure not to leak any other information since I was not 18 yet. But I learned my lesson. My parents wanted me to keep the bag, but I insisted on returning it back. I didn't want to get any fake attention. At school, Tess, my only friend, was thrilled to see me. Mom told me how she came to visit them every day while I was missing to ask about me. Anna stopped bugging me, and Jonathan turned out to be honest. He truly had feelings for me. He asked me on a date, and I said yes.
Hey, I'm Jen, and I want to tell you about the first and last time I was a bridesmaid. I used to be best friends with a girl named Donna. We did everything together, even went on double dates. We were so close. Donna started dating this guy called Steve. Steve was really rich, like millionaire rich, while I'm not. I'm a translator, so I don't exactly have a lot of money. I still loved her to bits, but I couldn't afford to go to fancy restaurants and expensive bars they like to go to. Donna said Steve didn't mind paying, but I didn't like having my friends' boyfriends spending money on me. So Donna and I stopped hanging out so much. One day I logged into my Facebook account and saw that Donna and Steve got engaged. I left a comment saying congratulations. Straight away, I got a PM from Donna asking me to be one of her bridesmaids. I thought it was a bit weird. I mean, why couldn't she call and ask? But I said yes. I mean, she was my best friend. Donna told me she was taking all her bridesmaids to dinner the next night. I was really excited to start planning her shower and talk about all of the maid of honor duties. But when I walked into the restaurant, I couldn't believe what I saw. Ashley, my enemy from school, was sitting next to Donna with a huge grin on her face. I used to be friends with Ashley until she started spreading ugly rumors about me. In fact, I had to change schools because of her. And then Donna tells me Ashley is going to be her maid of honor. I took Donna aside and I warned her that Ashley was a horrible person and that she shouldn't involve her in the wedding. But she wouldn't listen. I felt like walking out of the restaurant and quitting the wedding. Looking back, I should have done that, but I smiled and pretended I was happy. There were 6 of us as bridesmaids, but Ashley was the only one I knew. When I got back, Ashley greeted me with a fake smile and invited me to sit next to her. I sat next to her and she gave me a piece of cake. I bit into it, but then it felt too crunchy. I quickly spit everything out, only to see that there was a cockroach in my cake. Ew! Ashley was laughing so hard. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. I was pretty sure she stuck that cockroach in on purpose. But I didn't want to make a scene and ruin the day for Donna. 2 days after, while I was at work, my boss called me in for a meeting. She said she'd had some complaints about the quality of my work, so she was going to have to let me go. I couldn't believe it. I asked her who complained, but she wouldn't tell me. She said the decision had been made. I just knew Ashley had something to do with it. This was exactly the kind of thing she'd done when we were working together. I posted on the WhatsApp group accusing Ashley of getting me fired. Of course, she denied it, but I told her she'd always been jealous of me, and this was her way of getting revenge. Donna posted to tell me to stop. She said Ashley had really been there for her over the past few years, and she didn't want any issues between her bridesmaids. She said if I couldn't get on with Ashley, I was out of the wedding. It would break my heart not to be there when Donna got married. So I said sorry to Ashley, even though it killed me. When we met up at the dress store, Ashley gave me a big hug and kissed me on both cheeks. I forgive you for the other day, she said. I know you were just upset about losing your job. You must be so worried about how you're going to pay for your bridesmaid's dress. I'll be fine, I said. I've got some money saved up. That was a lie. I didn't have any savings, but I wasn't going to let Ashley see I was worried about money. Don't worry, said Ashley. I've got the perfect dress already picked out. We went into the store, and the sales assistant offered us all champagne. I drank mine really quickly. I needed it to deal with Ashley. Then the sales assistant brought out the dress Ashley picked. I was surprised by how gorgeous it was. It was elegant. A pretty light green off-the-shoulder dress. The sales assistant said she'd got dresses in all our sizes and we should try them on. When she gave me mine, I could see it was way too big. The sales assistant was really sorry. She said she had ordered the sizes Ashley told her to. I tried it on anyway, and they managed to pin it in place so I could see how it would look after it was altered. It looked really good. Ashley definitely had taste. But then I saw the price tag. $3,000. There was no way I could afford that. I didn't want to say anything in front of the other bridesmaids, but later, I called Donna and told her I couldn't afford the dress Ashley picked out. I said I could find something in the same color, which was similar but more affordable. Donna went nuts. She yelled at me I was trying to ruin her wedding, and if I was really her friend, I'd find a way to pay for the dress. I hung up on her. If she was going to be like that, she could do without me at her wedding. But then Ashley rang. She said Donna was really upset, but she still wanted me to be a bridesmaid. So Ashley said she'd pay for my dress. I felt like I had to say yes. I still cared about Donna, and if I was getting a free designer dress, I guess I could cope with Ashley. But after that, things became unbearable. Ashley was always posting on the WhatsApp group with things that needed doing for the wedding and then telling me I was the one who should do it. She said because I didn't have a job, I was the only one with the time to get it done. I felt like I had to do it because she paid for my dress. But then Donna started saying how great Ashley was and she couldn't get married without her help when I was the one doing all the work. That was it. I had to do something about Ashley. And then I came up with the perfect way to get revenge on her. Ashley had arranged a bachelorette party for Donna, and I said I'd organize the entertainment. Of course, I booked a party entertainer, but this wasn't just any entertainer. It was Ashley's ex-boyfriend, Jason. I was watching Ashley's face when he walked into the room. She looked like her heart was breaking. I couldn't help but do a little fist pump as Jason started singing and dancing to Donna. He was flirting with her and kissing her on the cheeks. Donna had no idea he was Ashley's ex, so she was just enjoying the show, but Ashley burst into tears and ran away. Donna was too busy having fun to notice Ashley was upset. I felt bad, so I went after her. I found her outside, sobbing. I pretended I didn't know the party entertainer was her ex, so I asked her what was wrong. She told me they'd split up because she wanted him to have a serious job. It had been a rough breakup, but she still loved him, so seeing him with Donna really hurt. I decided I'd had my revenge, so I told her I'd get Jason to leave. But when we went back inside, Jason saw us and came over to talk to her. He said he'd never have taken the job if he knew she was going to be there, and that he still loved her. 2 minutes later, I saw them kissing right in front of everyone. Ugh. The wedding was a few weeks later, and I couldn't wait for it to be over. We were asked to be at Donna's early so we could all get ready together, but Ashley didn't show up. Donna was really stressed, but Ashley was nowhere to be found. My phone started blowing up with messages from Jason, Ashley's stupid ex. He was whining that he couldn't find her and that he was supposed to be her +1 for the day. I hung up on him because I had no nerves to deal with Ashley's disappearance. Today was about Donna. I helped Donna get ready, and we just about managed to be on time. I texted Steve to see if he was ready, and he replied and said that we can start the wedding ceremony, so I gave them the go. I walked down the aisle with the best man, and Donna was behind me with her father. But then I hear awful screams. Donna was jumping up and down, and then something slimy crawled out of her wedding dress. A big yellow snake. Everyone at church started screaming and running away. I was sure this was Ashley's fault. Then, when I looked up, I noticed Steve wasn't standing near the priest. Where was he? I thought everything was going to be alright, but I was wrong. When Donna came back and saw he wasn't there, she burst into tears and walked away. It must have been the most embarrassing moment in her life. Everyone started talking loudly. Donna's father was pretty mad. I started calling Steve to see where he was, but he didn't answer. I asked the best man where he was, and he said the last time he spoke to him, he had gotten a text from Donna saying that she wanted to show him a surprise in her hotel room. I quickly went down to the hotel and I asked the receptionist for the room and Donna's name. I told her it was an emergency and I needed the key. After a lot of arguing, she gave me the key and asked someone to escort me to the room. I got into the room quickly and I saw Steve sleeping in the bed. The room smelled awful. I slapped him on the face to wake him up. He looked so hungover. I started asking him what happened, and there was a moment of silence before he said, "I think I slept with Ashley." Oh, God. I gave him another slap and told him to get moving. But then Ashley came out of the hotel bathroom and said, "Tell Donna that this is what she gets for marrying my ex." I was in shock. That day, things got pretty dramatic between Donna and Steve. Luckily, it turned out Steve didn't really sleep with Ashley, but she had lured him in and got him drunk to ruin Donna's wedding.